What we're going to cover today in this unit on geometry is finding the perimeter and area of regular and irregular shaped figures. So, as a little bit of a review, the perimeter of a plane figure, and when we talk about plane figure, we're talking about two-dimensional figure, is the distance around the figure. And the area of a plane figure is the region enclosed by the plane figure measured in square units. Okay. Now, some of these have formulas. Some of them don't necessarily have particular formulas. Okay. So, a square or a rectangle, and remember, a square is a rectangle, is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now, obviously, if it's a square, then you're just doing the length and the width are the same, so you're adding up all the sides for 4s. Area is length times width, or you'll also see it written as base times height. A rhombus, okay, excuse me, which is a parallelogram with 4 equal sides, and a square is a rhombus also, 4s, and the formula for that is 1/2 times diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. Okay? How that works, and the reason that works is the diagonals of a rhombus intersect at right angles. So they are in effect creating 4 right triangles, and we can shortcut the formula that way. A circle, perimeter, it's not really perimeter, but its circumference is pi d, or 2 pi r, and area, pi r squared, r standing for the radius. A triangle, you just add up the sides, side 1, side 2, side 3. Area is 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. Trapezoid, you just add up the 4 sides, and it's 1/2 times the height times base 1 plus base 2. Base 1 and base 2 are the parallel sides of it. Okay? So let's go through some examples. The regents like to ask 2 types of examples in this area. The first is where they give you certain information about the figure and ask you to find other information about the figure. And then the second is where you have an irregular shaped figure. One of the things I tell students is that write the formula for either what you're given and or what you are trying to solve for. Circumference of a circle is 10 pi. So circumference is 10 pi d. So if it's 10 pi, that means d is 10, which means r is 5. If you lay this out, it makes it a lot simpler to figure out that the area is 25 pi. Okay? A circular garden has a diameter, and again, underline, diameter, circular, 12 feet. All right? How many bags of topsoil do you need if 1 bag covers an area of 3 square feet? So what you're asked to find is the area. So if D is 12, R is 6. That means the area of this circular garden is 6 squared times pi, which is approximately 113.097, which means if each bag contains 3 square feet and you do that division, you get 37.7, which means you need 38 bags. Okay? Now, how do you figure out the area or perimeter of a geometric figure that is comprised of more than one shape? And you should remember this from last year. What you would do is you would find the area perimeter of each individual shape and adjust it to the figure drawn. In other words, you on the first page, I gave you formulas for um, 5 specific figures, or really 6 if you count square and rectangle. So what you want to do is break these shapes into figures that are one of those because you have a specific formula. Okay? All right, so I want to find the area of this, what looks like a half of a basketball court. All right? Now, the way you should do it is I have a square. Okay? And how do I know I have a square? Those 1 hash marks here tell me that all the sides are equal. So the area of the square is 16 by 16, or 256 inches squared. In this unit, you have to make sure you label correctly or you're going to lose credit. Then I have a semi-circle. Well, the area of the semicircle of a circle is pi r squared. In this case, 16 is the diameter, which means 8 is the radius. But since it's a semicircle, I have to divide that by 2, and that comes to 100.5 inches squared. And in total, when I add this and this for my total, I get 356.5 inches squared. Okay? Now I look at the next figure, and I have a triangle. All right? And my triangle is base times height divided by 2, okay, which is 84. And this is centimeters squared. And then I have, again, a semicircle. And if 12 is this, that's the diameter, so it's 6 squared pi, again, divided by 2. Since a semicircle, that's 56.5 centimeters squared, so that my total is 140.5 centimeters squared. So today we began our journey on finding area, perimeter of regular and irregular shaped figures, and we're going to move on later on in this unit to doing that for shaded figures.